Let's go. Tattoo chill on my ass.
I'd be honored to tattoo chill on
so
your
I,
ass.
so I never remind myself to chill, only people I'm sleeping with.
Yeah, only
I'm just like,
whoever is lucky
chill.
enough to see your butt crack.
Exactly.
You sing a lot about death and being raised. My mom's a total goth. She doesn't know, but she's a total goth. She loves talking about death. And like, I guess I kind of am too. I sing quite a fair amount about dying. Do you think it's like something that drives you to be better, or is it just something that freaks you out so much you want to address it?
I weirdly think, like, thinking about death is very weirdly relaxing to me. Like, it's just, that sounds so emo, but like, oh, I have a lot of friends who write similar music to me, and death is like this constant obsession that keeps them up at night and stuff. I'm more afraid of like waking life. I'm way more afraid of life than I am of death. And it's never been an obsession, but I am obsessed with the things that people do in life, and I've been in love with a lot of people who are obsessed with death. So I think but as far as my relationship to death, I actually kind of feel like, you know, it's the most human experience, like, that we all go through at some point, and it's weird that we all have like a thing that is what kills us. But I think about it as like an abstract thing more.
I think about it all the time, not to sound like a total goth, but I think about how like relaxing it sounds.
Yeah, totally.
It sounds really relaxed. Like I'm going to live a full life and enjoy my time on this plane in this body I've been given. I'm going to try to just have like a really good time in it. But like I've been reading a lot about the afterlife and what happens after, and does your soul go somewhere, and do you come back and do you reincarnate, or do you turn into a mushroom, or I don't know. Who fucking knows? Nobody knows. But I do like obsessively wonder about these things. But I hope that before I turn into a mushroom or a baby or an alien or nothing, I hope I get to take like a fucking nap. Like a really long nap.
Totally. Like, can there please be some rest between now and the afterlife? Please, at the
Like
very
with no
least.
dreams. No dreams.
Yeah.
Just like a deep, dark, damp nap.
Totally. I love that.
But I want to come back, and I kind of want to come back either as a mushroom or a whale.
Yeah, mushrooms are something I've never understood, and that are so ethereal to me. It would be cool to, like, the fact that they help trees communicate with like who's sick in the forest. It's so cool.
Mushrooms, I think? I don't know. Again, not a fully formed thought here, but I think mushrooms are maybe the key to higher consciousness, or maybe they're aliens, or I don't know. I just think there's something. Mushrooms are crazy little motherfuckers.
Yeah, there's something up with mushrooms for
There's
sure.
something going on with them.
Do you know about thin places? I
Is
think
that a mushroom? What is
it's
this?
it's a Celtic thing, I think, but it's basically like a thin place is the space, like spaces on Earth that are closer to a spirit realm. It's like the place in between, basically.
Yes. Okay. Never heard that term before.
Obsessed. Like, I constantly am looking for like a beautiful hike to go on, and I feel like I never know when the feeling's gonna hit me, but when it does, it's so magical. But yeah, mushrooms, and like, I'm obsessed with like fancy Erewhon, like hot chocolates and stuff with like mushroom powder. Like,
I love that shit.
I just want to be closer to nature.
I feel like that my closest being in nature moment is like the most, what do you call it? The thin places?
Yeah.
So I get that way. I don't know how you feel about this. When I'm on stage and I have to be really, 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 really present.
Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
Because
Yes.
that's one place. And then if I'm like in the ocean and there's like a shark or a whale or something, like anytime my adrenaline goes up, I feel like I have to be present. And being that present, I think is like what you're talking about.
Totally. Yeah. Or if I have like a really, really intense crush.
Oh,
I
I
think
love a crush.
I love a crush. Like I feel like I don't give a fuck so much of the time. And, I've also had the experience of like right before I go on stage or even being on stage and being like, oh, this is the 100th time I've done this. Like I used to get adrenaline doing this and now I don't. Um, but like those first couple shows or like the last couple shows and you're like accidentally totally in your body, I'm just addicted to that feeling.
Me too. The fully present, like that seems to me like it's like being in touch with your highest self is when you're that present.
Yeah, and when you're like ready to be perceived also, I think that's what's also been hard about this year, like realizing how much I will let myself go mentally and physically if I am not being perceived all the time. Like if I put on my stage costume and I'm singing my hardest, I'm like, I am presenting myself.
Yeah, like a
Like
peacock.
totally, totally.
But then, like, do peacocks fluff up if there's no ladies to impress around?
Yeah. Yeah, true. If a peacock shits in the woods, does the Pope hear it? Yeah.
Does he fluff up? No, I don't know. If you have no one to fluff your feathers for,
Totally.
then do you fluff them?
Yeah.
And without the fluffing, who are you?